Okay, today we're going to cover swapping sides, draw off sides of the arch. So, for instance, this arch here has two different draw off spigots where your syrup will be coming out. So for instance, we drew off this one last night. All of our syrup was coming out here into this pail. So to start off, I've already pre-loosened these so it'd be easier to show you. Pull out your thermometer. If you look here, this thermometer doesn't have the usual measurements of everyone else. It's got 7, 20, 30, 40, 50. 0 on a syrup thermometer in an arch actually starts at 212 degrees. The boiling point of water. Syrup boils at 219 degrees. So we take out our plugs and we insert on the new side that we're going to draw off. We put a thermometer there next to that spigot. So on this one we were drawing off the left hand side, now we're drawing off the right hand side. Put your plug back in, otherwise your sap and syrup is going to go absolutely everywhere. I'll tighten that up later. Now, another thing we got to do. Ah, shit, I don't know if I can see this. Let me get this lid right completely off. Or hood, actually. There we go. Alright, so that's a steam hood. That helps it so if you want to pipe your steam up out of your building, you can. Anyways, here's the inside. This here is a raised flue system. So basically what that means is these here, you can somewhat see through there, are acting as channels that the heat is actually coming up into and heating your syrup or your sap in this section and condensing it down to more concentrate. You can do that with an RO, but this here, we like this. We don't like ROs. So, we were drawing off the left side, and this pipe is on the left side of the arch. So we're going to draw off the right, we're going to put the pipe on the right. So you just pull it out, it just sets in there. Bada boom, bada bing. So, what happens is, sap comes into this pipe, up through here. Now, technically there should be a float here, but we don't use floats, because if you don't drain your arch properly at night, yeah, they freeze. Sap goes into this hole, into this box, right here. This box, that's all it is. And what happens is the majority of the sap will actually flow out of this pipe down to this section of the arch, into this section of flues. This here divider keeps the two sides separate. Sap will then flow like this through here as it's set up now, out the left hand side into the spigot, through the spigot, which we can control the flow. And then it comes through all of these channels here and out the side we're going to draw. Now what it is sap. It's a lot like oil in a way. Sap to syrup. The least condensed sap is pushing the more condensed sap, most condensed sugars. It's why oil floats on water. And that's that. Oh, one more thing. So we're going to be drawing off the right hand side right here. That means once our fire is going in our firebox, we're only going to be opening up the left hand door. So we'll be pushing all of our coals over to the right hand side of the arch to condense the heat over here where the syrup is going to be for drying off. That way all the fresh wood goes in here. We lose a lot less heat that way on this wood-fired arch right here. We've also found with this little 2x6 model that in your front pan, if you keep the depth at 2 inches, inch and a half, 2 inches max, it is much more efficient. So that's the little, what do we got here? This is a Lightning model from Small Brothers US Incorporate. Famous since 1890, they say. Oh, which is something too. These flued back pans have been around now for over 100 years. Which, when I was doing the research, was pretty interesting to me. I did not know that. I thought they were a relatively new invention. But yeah, they also have a lowered flue back pan, which all those flues will be located down here in your firebox. But unless it's your own personal rig and not a training arch or training rig, as this is, arch is actually this piece here. Pans, when you put them together, it's a rig, but arch is used interchangeably for rig. But anyways, your lower flues will be down here. And if it's a training rig and you got people you're training for the first time, they can actually push the wood up into your flues, denting them, and it ruins them. It creates weak points, hot spots, and your back pan will burn. So, I like raised flue for teaching, lowered flue for personal use. And this is a little wood-fired one. And that's this arch in a nutshell. Have a good one.